Meeting was nothing short of stunning happening in the White House, which is the direction I'm staring in. I'm surrounded by fellow reporters at a gaggle we're waiting for Mr. Mamdani to speak at as he leaves the Oval Office, which we're expecting any moment now. You saw the meeting wrap up just there. But really, with all the barbs that these two have exchanged remotely, this face-to-face meeting, Candace, I think you nailed it. Charmed is the right word. We were going into this meeting talking about, could Mr. Mamdani stop President Trump from cutting funding to New York? Well, President Trump said, I want to help, not hurt New York. I want to see Mayor Mamdani succeed. He said time and time again, the two instances that you referenced where he let Mamdani off the hook for having to answer for insults that he's made remotely of President Trump. Let's take a listen to a different part of the meeting with President Trump that occurred just before we went on air, where it really captures how complimentary this whole exchange between these two leaders was.
He wants to have a safe New York. Ultimately, a safe New York is going to be a great New York. If it's not safe, no matter how well we do with pricing and with anything else, we can talk about anything you want. If you don't have safe streets, it's not going to be a success. So we're going to work together. We're going to make sure that if there are horrible people there, we want to get them out. I think he wants to get them out, maybe more than I do. So we'll work together. We discussed it at great length. Yes, please.
It basically seems like they agreed to disagree a lot and tried to say they would work together where they could. The president specifically cited the issue of groceries and housing as two big areas of affordability that they intend to work together on. And then when they were asked about the stickier issues of deploying the National Guard across New York City or, deploying ICE agents to beef up more arrests as borders are, Tom Homan had said, they said, we know there's differing views there, but we want to really get back to, you heard at the end of the soundbite there, want to get back to and focus on public safety. So, Candace, again, Mayor-elect Mamdani really charming President Trump inside the Oval Office, with President Trump even saying several times he was surprised and thought Mayor Mamdani could be one of the greatest mayors ever. Who would have thought we'd have been there when this day started? Live at the White House, Henry Rosoff, Pix 11 News.
Henry, it seems when it comes to campaigning, you probably get a different person than now when it's time to get down to business. How should New Yorkers feel about after this meeting?
There's really no way to walk away from this meeting than thinking it's anything other than positive. Now, it's just a meeting, and Mr. Mamdani is not governing yet and really hasn't done anything policy-wise that might actually cross President Trump. But the big concerns for New Yorkers, increased ICE raids, those were downplayed. National Guard deployments, that wasn't even talked about. Could Mamdani deliver on his affordability if President Trump started cutting federal funding strings? Well, President Trump all but took that off the table, not just saying that he wouldn't do that, but that he would help Mayor Mamdani. So box after box after box was checked as far as concerns for real New Yorkers, not just for Mamdani's agenda, but for if President Trump, sought vengeance for anything that Mamdani said. It doesn't even seem like we're in the realm of possibility as things stand right now. Of course, we'll see how this relationship develops, but a good day for New Yorkers as far as not seeing the country's top leader and the city's top leader fighting with real ramifications for real New Yorkers.
Yeah, in fact, Mr. Trump said that I expect to be helping him, not hurting him. A big help, he said. Henry, give us a little bit of the lay of the land and how this day played out. So we saw them there in front of the cameras there in the Oval Office, but that was not the extent to their meeting, correct?
No, well, he walked pretty much right in, and we understand that they toured the cabinet room as well, and then got right down to talking in the Oval Office, talking for about 45 minutes. Forgive my eyes from darting all over, in that we are waiting to see if Mr. Mamdani is about to come out right now. Forgive me for just a little bit of live television here, but we are not seeing him come out. We are just standing by for that right now, and we'll bring you those comments in real time. But he arrived in Washington, D.C. at around 9 o'clock, but really just huddled off site and did not take any meetings as far as we know and as far as his press team communicated. And then shortly before 3 o'clock came right here to the White House, waited for a couple of minutes, and then toured the Oval Office, toured the cabinet room. It seems like they obviously had a very positive and substantial conversation, and then you saw a good portion of their comments afterwards unfold. So that was Mr. Mamdani's day.